primary ignition.
Hi, I'm Yeleni Kushin. I played Varys Offee in Star Wars Episode 2 Attack of the Clones, and you're watching the Virtual Cantina Network.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to a new series here on the Virtual Cantina Network. We're doing the Acolyte Watch-Along.
Yeah.
Hi.
What was that? Hi, how are you?
Did anybody share it over to the Facebook?
Gotcha. On it.
Fantastic. Well, riding Chewy tonight, we got the two Chewies. We got Dave and Jeff. How are you guys?
I wish I could do the Chewy noise. Yeah.
I think that you have to download that, like the standing ovation chat.
That would be fun, like on Stern, where he has George Takei on like the little. We just need like a little sound. Yes, that. We need like applause and the Wilhelm scream and like oh my and like happy Chewy noises.
Yeah,
yes, we need an oh my. We need a. And we also need a Wilhelm scream.
Maybe
we have this. We have this
iPod Classic.
As long as we have that, that's all that matters.
Because the more you know.
More you know, stinky. But yes, thank you all for joining us tonight. And for those who went to the preview the other night, I know Jeff and I did. I know Fangul, or you say read between the lines. I get it.
Got to see it, but not in the theater. It is a little different experience.
Yes, it's still a lot of fun. Very excited about talking about that, and hopefully people watched the Acolyte preview show that the Jedi Archives boys did the other night. And don't forget, later tonight we were going to have the after show with the boys. So take a look at that.
They get to talk about how many of their predictions they got right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that'll be interesting.
So it's be very, very, very interesting. We'll also throughout the night, talk about our usual shenanigans and everything that we normally do. Well, the fact that we can talk about right now is that Moff Gideon was on Skip's Ski Pruckle's flight.
Ski Pruckle's flight
to Dallas. You see, it was not that Giancarlo was on, but that Skip was on Giancarlo's flight. No, Giancarlo was on Skip's flight because we get billing to the second person.
Skip.
We don't have any Giancarlo graphics. Sorry.
But if you are at Fan Expo Dallas this weekend, Skip will be there. Dave Lewis will be there. There will be a meetup on Saturday night at the Cosplay Red Carpet. Stop by, say hello, get an autograph with Skip Ruckle, the internet celebrity that he is.
I don't know if you can afford that.
Yeah. But look for him as well, because he is going to be wearing a Hu Yang is for the Younglings t-shirt and giving a patch to Mr. David Tennant.
That's going to be amazing. I want to see how that goes.
I want pictures of that.
Mm-hmm.
And those shirts and those graphics and that graphic as a hat is now available on our TV.
Oh, did you turn on hats for that one?
I turned them on for all of them.
Nice. I want this on a hat. That I looked at the mock-up and that looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
Get that on the dad hat.
No, I don't know.
It'd be like a trucker hat.
Trucker hat. is what that needs to be on.
Hey, Bruce.
Hello there.
Bruce texted me today because he got the Bunta trip pack, and he's like, "Why are you telling a nerd he cannot open up an envelope?" I literally printed out envelopes. Do not open and do not forget at home.
No.
And I just basically started saying to people, like, listen, if you're gonna open it, I know I can't tell you not to, but please just download to your app like as soon as you get the envelope. But yes, it was pretty hilarious. As we mentioned, Bunta Eve packets are going out to those who are part of the full trip right now, which is very exciting. We're a little over a month away. Holy crap. What's your guys' thoughts?
I got too much crap to pack. And I've got like 3 different trips or something before that. Crazy.
Yeah, 6 weeks. It's approaching quick.
So my children that I teach this week, we were doing our obligatory last week of school art activity, which is I need you to draw multiple things that you are planning on doing this summer. And, a lot of that's, sitting on the couch and eating Cheerios and watching TV. I'm like, fine, as long as you're not, smoking cigarettes and watching Captain Kangaroo. But, yeah.
Because that's what we did.
Yes, completely. But I'm sitting there and I've drawn my example, and I've got over here. It's like, here's me, and I'm right there, and I've got like a green lightsaber in my hand, and it's like, but I've got one, and they're like, that's cheating, Mr. O'Neill. You drew the same picture twice. Wait, no, I didn't. Look at the details. I've got a picture of me with a pink castle and a picture of me in front of a blue castle. Aha. And they're like, what? No.
You should have said, and this is me in front of a white castle.
There you go.
Hey,
That would have impressed them.
Okay, now I want sliders. Damn it. I want sliders.
Sliders on the brain.
Bruce, I don't believe you with Joanna. There was no pictures.
Oh, yeah, huh? Where's the photo?
Yes. But no, I'm glad that. But yes, 6 weeks away. Obviously, a lot of us go over to San Diego Comic-Con. Beforehand, we have our meetup on the Saturday night at the Omni, same place we had ours last year. So that should be a lot of fun. But we have a couple of new major sponsors and promotional sponsors for our Bunta Eve events next weekend. Next month. And the first one, Jeff, why don't you talk about the first one since you have a personal connection to it?
Personal connection. I am familiar with the people that run XLE. I always forget if it's experience level entertainment.
Yes.
Or something else. So they do. They've evolved over the years that I've known the guys, but they do amazing themed parties around cons for the most part. They used to do other things that were, cosplay centric and stuff, and I went to a lot of those events. And more recently, they do themed they'll put out a poll on their like Facebook and their instas and stuff, and ask what type of experience the majority of the people, their followers, want. And they did that this year, and it ended up being 3 nights of some really cool different types of experiences that you'll be able to go and see, go into a club and have it themed out, to the nines, Disneyland style, really. Like that's their level of detail and expertise. They're going to have, like I said, 3 different nights of parties at San Diego Comic-Con. And I won't be able to make any of them because I won't be there till Saturday. But anybody who does go will have a really good time. I went last year. They did some really cool nights. And they did a overall event that was using part of the space that they were in that was all about Barbie, which was kind of funny. So people were going in the daytime to go to the Barbie experience that they put on, and then coming back at night to see whatever else was going on in the club. So they had to, set up and break down 3 nights in a row, and they're going to do it again to get, so it's a whole new setup each day. Obviously sans the like literal lights and sound, but other than that, they're going to have a lot of cool things going on. They do like their experience level entertainment. They do the stuff that you want to go to. So definitely a great group of guys and people involved in that company. And if you have an opportunity to get to any of their parties, definitely take it. They also did booth theming for a company or a launch of a product, game or something at LA Comic Con last year. And so I think they've done a couple of those since then as well. So they have, the chops, and it'll be fun to kind of have them involved a little bit with us for Bunta.
And also, hey, if you go to their events and you end up seeing their step and repeats, you might see a Virtual Cantina logo
that you recognize.
Yep. So that's great. And then also signed on today as a title sponsor for all 3 Bunta Eve events is a company called Hyperspace Props. And what I love about them is they are a 501st approved company where people can get, obviously, their props for their cosplays being made, all sorts of things if you want to get, full sabak kits done. So really on brand for what we do. So I'm very excited to bring them in as a title sponsor for our events, and you'll learn more about them in the coming weeks as we get closer to Bunta Eve. Also want to plug our friends over at Rebel ScumCon, who are sponsors for us as well. And this coming Sunday, Dave, what's going on in the VCN that seems pretty special?
Well, see, I always when you tell me to do these, I always have to think, what am I allowed to know? Oh, the graphics in the thing. I can tell you that. So we're going to have us a special news desk. Spencer and I are going to be pressing the buttons. We're going to be joined by Mike Havens, and Mike is the founder, I believe, of ICCC. ICCC is super cool. It's like a fan-based, fan-only, for the fans con in and around like Nashville, Tennessee. And Skip and I went last year and had all kinds of fun. We met almost the entire Ghost crew. The Rebels crew was out there, and it was just amazing. So we are going to have a news desk talking about ICCC, which will be in October this year, and how much fun that's going to be. I love it personally because anybody who ever watches the show or any of the shows knows that I am a Star Wars toy guy, and this is a toy heavy con. Super is. So anything you want to find, you will find.
Nice.
Plus, also, Mike is going to announce another guest. He announced last week that Chris Bartlett will be in Nashville with us, which is always lovely to see our friend Chris. But he's going to make another announcement, and we're going to announce our involvement at ICCC.
Ooh.
Which is going to be kind of cute.
And it's not just going to be Spencer signing.
Although that'll be a major part of it.
I think you could probably get Skip's autograph for a better price than you can get mine.
Well, we could probably arrange that. We could arrange a Skip autograph.
Hey, Dave, how are you?
Bundle deal.
Maybe he's in. Are you in Dallas yet?
Yeah.
Very cool.
You there? Like Skip's sort of sitting there posting like his meal, which is
Brontosaurus rib.
No, that's you no. It's not barbecue, people. Can't call that barbecue.
We got to go to brisket.
Semantics.
No.
Yes.
Barbecue is pork. It is shredded and it has vinegar-based sauce.
There you go. And what part of the country are you from?
That would be Eastern North Carolina, sir. Eastern North Carolina.
Them is fighting words.
Yeah.
But once again, if you're going to Fan Expo Dallas this weekend, please stop by our meetup on Saturday. And don't forget, next weekend at Fan Expo Boston, I will be running a meetup after hours on Saturday night. So, join up with us there. Great lineup as well. First con appearance of Bryce Dallas Howard, which, wow, that's a good get. It's a damn good get. But let's talk about the get that Chicago announced today. For the first time ever, you got a father-son. It might not be the last time you see a father-son type of scenario happening in the next couple of months.
Brainstorming.
But Mark Hamill and Hayden Christensen doing a photo op together. Holy crap.
So I want to know, have they met before?
Yes, they met at Celebration 2017 in Orlando.
Okay, because there's this whole things like when you had it, like it was not super long ago that like Natalie and Mark had never met.
Right. Yeah, that was a kind of a weird thing, anomaly.
Like,
maybe.
How I met your mother. I met my mother. I don't know.
Yes.
There it is.
But very, very excited for those in Chicago who are able to, go to that. That's an incredible opportunity.
And who's going to that?
Skip.
Skip.
Now, what would have been interesting is if, like, hypothetically, if they got Daisy and they could do a trio Path of the Saber photo op. Or if Adam Driver ever decided to do a con, you have uncle, grandfather, and grandson. See, that's the thing about Star Wars now.
Needs for creepy photo ops with people bringing in the like burnt helmet for.
Oh, please. I already want to do a photo op with Mark bringing a hand.
Oh, shit.
See, we found the saber, but I found the hand. There's a difference.
What's weird about that is there was a item you could purchase, but it wasn't Luke's hand. It was Vader's hand holding a saber. It was like a light or something. I remember at one of the Star Wars like events at like Target. They had that product, and I was like, "Do I want this?" I may have actually bought it and just never did anything with it. But yeah, kind of weird merchandise.
So I want to say hi to the show manager of Fan Expo Chicago, who is trolling us right now and texting me.
Oh yeah.
But yes, but we got a bunch of new people in here. We got Aubrey. How are you, Aubrey? Aubrey is going to be joining us in California this summer.
Cool.
Also, Ray from Canada. Ray is gotten his passport stamped and is ready to come over to the US of A.
I need to renew mine.
And join us, in California in a couple of weeks. So it's great. But yeah, so we are going to be watching episodes 1 and 2 of The Acolyte. So please make sure that you have your Disney Plus all queued up. And make sure you get past the commercial.
Yeah.
Because there's a new commercial out there. An Acolyte, a bunch of other stuff on right now. So please have that all queued up. But let's talk about on Monday, we have a new season of celebrating autographs. Dave, you're the producer for that. Why don't you talk about what episode 1's going to be about?
Celebrating autographs, I mean, has always been, it's about celebration autographs. Well, this is a special edition, the same as we're doing Boonta special editions. This is going to be all about the pricing for our Boonta special edition events. Everybody's like, it's time. I want to start budgeting. I want to start figuring it out. I want to start kind of talking about like what kind of pieces do I want to do, because not everybody's just going to like roll in and do 8x10s on the table and what they're done. But we're going to reveal all those things on Celebrating Autographs. So you can tune in and you can start getting your price lists and start making your plans and start figuring out who all's there and doing what I've been doing for months. Every time I get a new thing is like, I'm over here on eBay. My Kaz came in this week.
After you have some 4-letter words to say about me.
Yes. And then I'm on eBay. But my Kaz figure came in this week.
Oh, from Resistance?
Yeah, the Resistance figure that I didn't know existed until we were on the air last week. It's like, ooh.
You just went a Googling.
No, but next week we're starting with the Hollywood show and then moving on to Anaheim the following week and then San Francisco. So, tune in with Frank and Mr. MVO.
Uh-oh, what's that?
That was the ad. That was the biggest ad. It's loud.
But yes, looking forward to that show. It'll be a great show. And Keanu, what do you mean?
He thinks you're scruffy looking, Nerf herder. I don't know.
No, I'm growing my beard. You have to understand, John, you have not seen me in a while. 3 weeks ago, my beard was a lot longer than this one.
Didn't you post a photo that you looked a little more
grizzly? Yes.
Unkempt.
Unkempt. So, I don't even want to know what you guys said about me before. If that's what's going on, I don't even want to hear.
No, you guys were ZZ Top. We got it. Aubrey wants to know, has anyone played? Yes, you are. The new Hunters game. It's like
I've only seen the ads for it.
Of Watch.
No, I have not seen that.
I've seen the ads, but I haven't seen the game. Actually, usually I'll find stuff like that and watch people on Twitch.
Why do we have time to play video games? We sit on Facebook all day.
Speak for yourself.
Man.
John said he tried it a bit. It looked kind of interesting. Gives me like wrestling vibes.
We got some really great stuff that we're going to be announcing too. We're going to have a lot of surprises at each of the Boontas that we're going to announce. Some really good ones. They're all good.
None of that crap.
Really,
Some really good ones.
But no, we have an awesome one that we're announcing on Monday. I'm very excited for you guys. An opportunity for you to be involved in something that went viral. And I'm not talking about COVID.
Bring it back.
Wasn't that nice for a while just to get paid and you didn't have to do anything?
Speak for yourself.
I realized that
did not happen. No.
I forgot about the fact that you had to dial in.
We had this conversation in the Cantina chat the other day, and Lonnie was asking about like making some or needing pants for like one of her daughter's Barbies. And I'm like, on day 6 of the pandemic, man, we were sitting there learning how to sew pajama pants for Barbie online.
Mm-hmm. That's a good activity.
Trey, how you doing, my friend? Glad to see you here, and glad you are going to be joining us in Cali.
Yay.
So a lot of great opportunities, a lot of great autographs, a lot of great selfie opportunities. You never know who might jump up and do some karaokeing. and all that jazz. But it's been a lot of fun, and I'm very excited about seeing all of you and having, a grand old time, as they say. We got 5 minutes before the episode, so please make sure that you have your D+ all queued up to episode 1 of The Acolyte. And thank you also for joining us on all of our platforms, whether you're on Facebook, on the VCN, on Instagram, or if you're on X.
Yes.
Even
we're
if you're
on the Twitter. Still.
I like telling people. I like to say people were on X. I mean, that sounds family friendly, right?
We're all on X. Yep.
What were you thinking, Elon?
That's his problem. Anyways, he needs to buy that idea from somebody else. All right, let's.
I mean, come on, man. No, very excited about everything that's going on. We've got a lot of great. Okay, I am a self-professed sarcasshole. Okay, it's not just sarcasm. I'm a self-professed sarcasshole. Dave can attest to this. Jeff can attest to this. But no, I'm excited to see everybody, and we're all excited. But I think we talked about this before. The thing we're most excited about, besides the planned stuff, is the stories that we're going to have that are going to be of legend, just like the first trip was.
The first trip left a permanent disfigurement on the face of Epcot.
Change the landscape of Epcot
forever.
And that's when we first met the legend, the internet celebrity that he is, Skip Ruckle.
Skip.
Indeed.
The legendary Skip Ruckle, yes.
Yes.
All right, is it time?
We got 3 minutes, so I'm
3
vamping.
minutes.
I'm trying to think of things. So, any shows coming up, Jeff? You got coming up?
Shows.
Are you going to a lot of events and stuff?
I'm going to go next Monday to a Frank Miller documentary with an intro by Rosario Dawson and Frank Miller.
Ooh.
Q&A, it's the same theater that they did the Q&A with Shatner for his documentary. Nice. So this one looks like it might be a little bit better attended based on the seating map and ticket availability. So it should be cool. If I can maybe capture some pictures of them or with them, even better, but we'll see. It'll be great to hear his opinions of the documentary for sure.
Very cool. Very cool. And Dave, what's the next show you're going to?
Next show I am going to is we're gonna kind of do a really quick trip down to Superhero Con in San Antonio. I think that's 2 weeks. 2 weeks from now, because it's gonna be a little bit of a quick trip down to Batu East.
Yeah.
And then after that, like I said, we are rolling to San Antonio. There were some great free signers there, lots of Star Wars, lots of other adjacent fandoms as well. So it's going to be super cool trip.
Did you say it's going to be Superhero Con?
It is the Superhero Con. And I don't know if any of the people there are going to be.
Are you going to see Diego while you're there?
I was rummaging in the pre-show. I was rummaging over here because I think I have a Black Series figure somewhere. So it'll be in the bag for sure.
Or at least a Rogue One print, because you might be meeting another Rogue One guy this summer at Booty San Francisco.
Entirely possible. So that'll be in the thing, but there's a lot of things now that Jim just all of a sudden going to this con. It's like, oh, what am I going to do there?
Yeah. Well, so Aubrey, we'll talk about your question in a moment. We're at the time, so why don't we all queue up Disney Plus and start the episode, and then we can start the shenanigans of not watching the episode like we normally do.
All right, and here we go.
How dare you tell people we don't actually watch the episode?
Well, I realized that after
I watched that out of the corner of my eye.
I realized after I said that, I looked at, so we went from 18 viewers to 8 right now.
You made them leave. No.
Son of a bitch.
I'm getting text messages based on what I've just said on the air.
Nice.
Really? Who's texting you now?
The Emperor.
The Emperor's here?
Apparently.
I like the fact that they had this, like, not scroll, but if you remember at the beginning of Solo, they had a little bit of a prologue.
Yeah, prologue for sure. So we went to the screening. You in Boston, some people at the El Capitan in Hollywood. Unfortunately, there were none near Dave. And a closer theater to me than El Capitan and a little less popular was the AMC at the Grove, which is it's popular mall here in LA. You probably see it on TMZ all the time if you happen to watch that show. So I went with Kareen from the group and another buddy of mine, and we met up with another person from the group that may be involved in some Bunta activities. But this first episode, and especially the first half, was extremely, extremely difficult to watch based on the technical difficulties we kept having. So literally, I mean, spoiler alert, somebody going to die coming up very quickly. And I got to see that actual death 3 to 5 times, which was not really fun. Wasn't like quickly, it was spaced out and it was weird.
It was a glitch in the Matrix.
Yeah, exactly.
Deja vu.
Help her.
Yeah. Whoa.
He knows kung fu. Anyways, so that was a little bit annoying for me on the first watch, but
understand. So Aubrey asked, what are you guys looking forward to most on the VCN, Callie? As mentioned before, the stories and the friendships that we're going to forge is the best part of the trip to me. Everything else is secondary. Dave?
Screw you guys. I haven't been to Disneyland in like 5 years. I'm looking for no.
No, you went to Disneyland.
I went to Disneyland in Anaheim. I haven't been on an actual trip other than Star Wars night with there. But no, I'm looking forward to a lot of things. I'm looking forward to seeing a whole bunch of people there, meeting new people that I've only met online so far, and seeing some of the people I met in real life before. But I tell people every time, I'm really looking forward to the creators of that. There's a lot of people I want to talk to about a lot of the behind the scenes kind of stuff.
Yeah, some amazing like legacy of projects that the majority of them worked on.
Mm-hmm. Like I have a pile of toys based on the models and stuff that they've built waiting to be signed there.
So right here, I'm like, why doesn't she just take the stairs?
Well,
she literally ran up the rail of the stairs. Like,
but why did I was hoping for like a forced jump? Just like, why did we go all Matrixy up the wall and just jump up there?
That was very Crouching like Tiger, Hidden Dragon too.
No, it's Crouching Bantha, Hidden Jedi.
Ah,
yes, but she did like a Paul Darnell special parkour up the banisters.
I like this fight for the most part, except for I had to see bits and pieces of it over and over again. Except for the end. I do not like the end at all. I think there should have been something else going on over here. Spoiler alert. while she was distracted over there. She's just been in this whole. I mean, how long have they been fighting already? You know, a couple minutes, and you know.
So Jeff, what are you looking forward to in Cali?
Well, Disneyland with a huge group of people is going to be really fun. So that will be ideal. Hanging out in Scum with a buttload of people that have never been there before is going to really be fun. And a whole bunch of other, you know, things going on as well, which is very cool. You know, basically, you know, sort of just being sort of in the group and chilling is going to be the best part. But definitely, like you said, things that we'll get up to, as Notman would say, the peripheral stuff that's not on the itinerary is going to be the best.
Right, is what we end up just the craziness of like, oh,
the natural things that just happen, and the, you know, the situations and the inside jokes and the, you know, whatever things that go on around the events will be the fun part. Oh, took one to the chest cavity.
Yeah, is waste.
Yeah, I mean, she probably. I was making a joke because I'd heard it was 180 million for this was the budget or something, and I'm like, oh, she got 100,
right,
and the rest got 80. Now they did a really good job so far, I feel, in terms of the diversity, because that's one thing I complained about.
Yeah, there's a lot of more alien species kind of going on here.
And
so
some of them in the forefront.
Thompson said that, Dave, you're dropping some lax lingo.
Maybe.
That's Pauly Shore. I saw him when I was going to an event the other day. Well, not the other day, about a month ago. It's like my butt. What he was at one of the Netflix as a joke events, trying to get backstage, and my buddy went to get beers and got a photo with him and ended up in his TikTok. And then the next, was it a couple days later, I was going to another Netflix as a joke event, but a totally different venue, different part of town. And I look over and I see him walking down the street with a skateboard, which was the weird thing. But he was laughing at like a girl he was with. Probably they were filming something or some nonsense.
So Bruce says that he is excited about being the VCN fam, his first Scum and Villainy visit, and of course, having a full day at Disney.
I'm too old for a full day at Disney.
What? No. Rope drop to close. Go.
With 3 naps in between.
Hey, no. I already made a reservation for Carnation Cafe in the morning.
I'm going for chimichangas. I already told you.
Apparently, I'm going for chimichangas now, too, because you said this too many times. So I need breakfast chimichangas. Let me know.
That is
acquire those.
The sort of hidden gem of Adventureland on your way, or on my way into Batu sometimes, is a stop at the food cart next to the Mark Twain that does chimichangas all day, but in the morning it's breakfast chimichangas, and they're amazing breakfast burritos, but then deep fried, and they have some nice green salsa that you can buy as well. But they're very kind of niche because they sell out at a certain point, and you could be in the park what you think is early, and it would not be early enough in many cases. So it is a popular item, but it is very good and well worth it. I have taken them into Batu to enjoy in off planet or on planet, as opposed to, you know, off planet.
Or finish one by the time you get to your breakfast Ronto wrap.
That's just what to say. But we have like Troy and Audrey. You're in the crowd. What are you guys looking for? Chime in if you're going on a family vacation, what you're excited about.
Everybody's excited. We're all excited.
So what do you guys think of these versions of the Nemoidians?
So we talked about this at dinner afterwards, and what I love seeing them in here, but they should have been telling me, what do you say? Like,
No,
They can't. They couldn't revisit those voices.
That's canceled.
They got close enough with the one guy who sounds like James Wong, the main guy. But yeah, I had a very sort of different experience sitting next to an Asian person during those episodes or scenes. So, but I also knew that they weren't going to revisit those voices based on things that I had, seen and heard recently about those characters, more or less. I guess not recently, but recently enough.
Some of the spacesuits on this was interesting. It's like,
yes,
spacesuits.
They're kind of too just spacesuity and not, I don't know, Star
well,
Wars.
Look at Pip. He looked like a speaking spell.
And what's up with Pip? It's like that's her Pip boy, like freaking Fallout.
That's the new merch. That's what all the kids have got to have. By kids, I mean us.
So somebody in one of the groups I'm in was like, "Are those available at Mubo's yet?" Like,
dude,
if you don't know, that's
out.
That's pretty by droids on butt.
We just got low in the last year. Okay, let us give us a little time, man.
I'm sure very shortly, though, there will be people that will be doing bounds and cosplays that include a pouch with a Pip in it and one that has a moving head.
Yeah.
This girl's weird ear horn combination I felt was kind of interesting, but also in some of the wider shots, I felt it didn't seem as finished.
Ooh, that's an interesting thought, Bruce. He thinks that Pip's going to be announced on Hasbro on Friday with HasLab.
These things are all possible.
That's very likely.
Yeah, but the different directions with the voices, I don't think really bothered me. It's like Kato Nemoidia is a big planet. There could have been the people with the quasi-racist voices on one area of the planet.
Well, they sort of
the people.
They established something similar with Yaddle.
Yeah.
So Yaddle doesn't speak anything like Yoda. And we don't know what Grogu sounds like other than a cute little baby. But
speaking of Yaddle, you can get your Yaddle signed from Bryce Dallas Howard next week in Boston.
And that's not a euphemism either.
No.
That's right.
But the fact that they made her voice so standard, as it were, and not out there like Yoda's or his, the way his cadence or whatever. But that kind of gives you the idea that just because they're a certain species, they may or may not talk at all the same.
Right.
And I think we've experienced that in some other characters in recent shows and stuff, but for a lesser amount and probably went by quicker for the layman, less noticeable, but I don't know.
Well, first of all, thank you for the jump back up to 18. So thank you very much for all of our membership.
I don't know how accurate that is.
Thank you, April.
If you mouse over that, or is it mouse? Yeah, mouse over
Mouse over.
In here in StreamYard, it'll tell you where those viewers are supposed to be coming from.
I've for the first time. That's cool.
But
is it sad that probably one of the things I'm most looking forward to on this trip is actually having 60 of us in 3 full rows at the Chinese theater watching Deadpool and Wolverine?
If you don't get kicked out of there, I don't know what's going to happen.
Why are you looking at me? I'm not a troublemaker.
That's funny.
It's going to be.
I mean, my brother's met a few of us, but he's getting a full indoctrination that night.
And this is why I'm not bringing my teenager to that. This.
But April might bring Layla.
Go right ahead. So this is a lot of like Jedi good cop bad cop.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Little interrogation action.
I think they're really illustrating how kind of different the Jedi and stuff, how it is in the High Republic. And but I did think the costumes, they're very High Republic-y, you know?
Yeah, with
Well,
that
well, it
yellow
looks-
and the way that they're kind of the layering and stuff.
So like I've seen also a lot of garbage online, which a lot of it is garbage, except for when you're here on the Virtual Canteen Network. Someone was upset about the lack of like diversity in this, and I'm like, if you're talking about just white male, okay, I see what you're going with this, but I can honestly tell you is this is on brand for the High Republic.
Right. I get Cylon vibes from this droid, dude. And also, do we know if that's anybody we know?
No,
he
I
looks
went
very similar to B, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, so obviously we try to look quickly because the credits go by really fast.
Yeah, I didn't see him listed anywhere.
So we looked. We looked. I looked when I got home, and the only name I recognized was actually Mike Quinn.
Oh, right.
Look how clean. Look how clean that looks.
So when they show the Jedi Temple, and then they show the temple for like 5 minutes in that pan, and then all of a sudden it says Coruscant. I'm like, I said, duh, audibly in the theater.
But yeah, is like these costumes on all of them, it just looks like right the cover of Light of the Jedi.
Oh yeah, it's got that whole vibe.
Okay, so did anybody else have an issue, whether you watched High Republic or not, like upset that no one said in the first 2 episodes for Light and Life?
Light and Life. Yeah, they said all I got was "May the Force be with you," and I was like, "Wait!" As soon as they said that, I was the mean guy going, "No, that's not it."
Or for the Republic, like another line that's big.
Yeah.
So when this little girl said, "I see fire," I immediately thought of Ralph Wiggum and I taste burning.
I'm in danger.
Okay, this guy is putting off real elementary school teacher vibes, redirecting the "I see fire" to not the death and destruction, and like, holy shit. It's like, no, fire is power.
Oh, we totally picked up on that. I have a bad feeling about this. I totally laughed my head off about this. Yeah, but it was interesting that this guy who plays Saul, he learned English for this role, one.
Most of his interviews were in Japanese.
And two, he actually said he studied the mannerisms of Qui-Gon Jinn to get this done.
So, I know that Daughters of the Galaxy had this whole deal on who this character is and stuff, but this character just distracted me. All right, is just because the makeup is weird for me. It's not convincing me in the same way that like Ayla Secura's makeup.
Yep.
You know, by the way, we'll be meeting the person responsible for that. But see, exactly. And that makeup, it convinced me. It's like, I thought she's blue. Yeah, Bruce, it's the same kind of thing that they CG some of it, and
yeah, I have a feeling some of it might have been CG'd, like some of that pattern maybe, or
and it is because
I feel like you can see her
actress, I think, has a voice, if not facial features, that make me think it's another actress. You know, I don't know, and I can't think of exactly who she reminds me of yet, but it's like she reminds me of someone else under the makeup, and I'm like, no. It's that kind of thing.
She's a green Sinead O'Connor.
No.
So when she came up and the children were leaving, there was a character off to the side that was sort of gathering up the children to go wherever they were off to. and I had to do a double take because she looked like it could have been Bryce Dallas Howard, but it was definitely not her. But it might have been a Howard, is all I'm speculating.
So they have so they're saying that right now, like the face hugger is basically like a tormentor for violent criminals. What? Keep my Jedi's name out of your mouth.
Some weird stuff in this scene.
Speaking of things that slap.
Man, look at that guy. Wasn't that guy that sort of half humanoid or partially humanoid, very droidy, like in like concept art or something?
Probably.
Somebody that kind of looked like that, like pre-Lobot.
So Sherry, I don't know enough about Vanessa Rowe to know whether it was that or not, but there was a distracting thing. And yeah, that dude like struck me as like, what's up? Is he like a
he's a mod,
Ugnaught or something?
He's modded.
This is exactly what I thought the second I heard the name OSHA.
What are you telling
And
me?
here we have even more strict codes in California, and it's Cal OSHA. So that was the name that I was like, her and Cal Kestis combined is Cal OSHA. But yes, definitely OSHA. Every time I heard OSHA, I was like, okay, she's violating some rule. Oh, there's no rail there. Up.
Yeah, exactly.
She fell over because there was no rail. Oh, spoiler alert. Sorry.
Snooze.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Except it's out of the top of his head, sort of.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, that was like
almost like a Ravtar.
Nah. It was very tentacle-like for sure. So this guy with very low bot, but more cyborgy. I love that. They're just like, screw you, lady. But, I had a feeling that we were going to see that scene where they pop out in the escape pod and then like smash into an asteroid.
Oh yeah,
like they didn't calculate properly or whatever, right? More than that, what
traveling
ended up
through
happening.
hyperspace ain't like dust and crops, boy.
Coming out of hyperspace in an asteroid field sure isn't. But I love how she's just like reaching for nothing. Is she trying to use the
Yet,
force?
Bruce? Yet.
Yeah.
Okay,
I did love. We didn't talk about because we talked through it. Like the amount of force use in the kung fu fighting.
Right.
You know, it's not they're just not kung fu, but they're blocking with the force while.
Yeah, she was doing a lot of stopping of the blade with the force.
Mm-hmm.
But once again, remind us that scene in The Matrix. I know kung fu. Show me.
I love how she rips the droid's head off to use it as a little welder zapper thing.
Yeah.
It's very versatile.
What else would you do with the droid's head?
That's a good question.
But
use it as a popcorn button.
Ray, Sherry, Aubrey, Troy, what are you guys looking forward to in Cali?
So right there when she zapped that thing off that guy's face, I'm like, why? How did you not think or not have the possibility it was going to stick onto your face next?
Right. Well, and they obviously said that it was a violent criminal and they were subduing him. So it's like, saw that one coming.
Yeah, it was going to be something like that. And then this, I do like those droids that fold up into the seat, though. That was really cool.
Yeah, it made me think of the blow up autopilot on airplane.
When I saw one of those posts about spoilers out of context, and they had the autopilot, I was like, oh yeah. So yeah, pouches with little weird droids that look like cassette players are coming up next. If you look closely, his chest part kind of looks like a Walkman. Yeah. He's very transformery. So this whole crash scene I felt was very video gamey.
Wasn't this a cutscene from Jedi Survivor?
I felt that the scene that looked like it would be more, you would think would be more realistic because you're familiar with them. Maybe that's why. So the terrain type thing more than like the Coruscant City. The Coruscant City looked way more realistic to me than that crash did. And that's the one that should be the more far-fetched and, fantastical versus a barren landscape with snow on it that something crashes into.
This person bothers me.
Janky?
I mean, no, this is like David Bowie from
Ziggy Stardust?
Yes.
Yeah, that haircut. I hate that haircut. Oh my God.
It's David Bowie from Ziggy Stardust.
But it's X-23.
Yeah, it is X-23. And she's so far removed from X-23 right here. Her face sort of resembles her actual self, but barely.
Right.
Prisoner Mutiny. They picked those guys up really quick, and they didn't show that happen.
And like, this really shows that the Jedi in this period are very different. He has zero problem like invading people's thoughts and just like zapping right into their brain.
Yep, intruding. But I was getting like Wookiee pelt vibes from that guy. Like that jacket he's wearing kind of reminded me like he was Chewie without a head on it. Because he also had like some kind of strap over his shoulder or something. You can't go. I'm gonna go.
It would have been great if they tried to do like a Jedi mind trick off each other.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
You will let me go. You can't go. You will let me go. I won't let you go. You don't want to go. I do want to go.
Okay, small team. No, not may the force be with you for light and life.
So, does anyone know? So, this actor here playing Saul is from Squid Game.
Yes.
So, is he based in Korea? Is he moved to the U.S.? Because I would be thinking I'd be laying money that if it's,
I think he lives in Japan,
real close to the McCurry Messi, relatively.
Well, maybe there's also hope that he might be in the land of the rising sun next year.
That's what I'm saying.
What I just said.
Yes. I'm just saying in other terms.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that would be my thoughts.
So evidently Karlak is a planet from the Clone Wars, and that one of the Jedi Masters actually brought Ahsoka to it.
Here's what Sherry says about that Jedi girl. She does have a very Star Trek-y vibe.
The girl from the last Trek movie. What's her name? That like plays the Beastie Boys music.
I thought it was young Admiral James T. Kirk when he's driving his.
No, but when they do it again, when they have to defeat all the little bees, little nano spaceships with the, music.
Well, you gotta have a shirtless Jedi.
See, yeah, there's your thirst trap for the episode. It's like, here we go. Let's bring in the viewers. And it's like, we just sold Mike on this. The High Republic, it's okay. If you haven't read the High Republic and you've just come in the Acolyte, High Republic is some sexy Jedi, people. It's what it's about. It's sexy Jedi.
They got to make the dumb Jedi sexy because he's so annoying. Got to give him other features that people or
So
whatever will like.
if Kylo was Ben Swolo, what do you think he's gonna be?
Gorged Jord.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know. Jord is his name. So this whole thing with these like location changes and stuff have me thinking
Force
this
Awakens.
is very yeah, kinda. But it also makes me think that this is more maybe a dream state.
Well,
What I don't like
spoiler.
about go ahead.
Oh, I said spoiler. It kind of is.
Right. Well, it's definitely, like a flashback
It gets
or whatever.
weird though with Jedi too, because you're like, are they dreaming? Is this the Force? Are they there? Are they not there?
Yeah, it's still sort of.
Because when Ahsoka goes under the water and she's with Anakin, like apparently Jason like heard that.
Right, he could hear it from where he was chilling. So this whole thing with the young Maze and young OSHA violation bugged me a bit because it's obvious there's one actress playing the adult sisters. Why use two different
kids,
young actors to portray her? They look kind of the same, but they don't look the same.
Well, what about when her eyes went black? It was kind of like she was like touched with Loki's scepter in first Avengers.
Well, there's more of that if you've seen the trailers. So
yeah,
we'll see. But the whole fact that they sort of decided to go whatever route and use two different younger actors, I felt was weird because they don't look the same.
I mean, if Lindsay Lohan could do it in The Parent Trap, I mean.
Well, there you go.
Or Haley Mills.
Do not speak it. Thank you. Haley Mills. Do not speak it.
The original. Yes, it's all about the original. Almost everything the original is better. There's a lot of layering going on with their robes.
I'm actually excited between this and the like the samurai-esque that we got from Ahsoka. We're gonna see some really interesting cosplays in Japan.
Oh yeah, she's got a really thick Padawan braid.
Yep.
Or is that a rat tail?
No, it's a Padawan braid.
Is she? Oh, never mind. Yeah, she definitely has some freaky David Bowie Spiders from Mars, Ziggy Stardust facial things going on. Change the color up and yeah. She does have those. Don't know. She has horns too, sort of mall horns, right? The ship got jacked up.
And all of a sudden, she's running through the snow, and you see Spock and Kirk come out from a.
It's like, what? No. Jim, I haven't. No.
Mm-hmm.
They're wearing their regular robes. Why can't they have like the furry outfits like they had on Hoth?
Yeah, aren't they cold? If they're normally comfortable in all those layers, then if they're in the super cold, you'd think they'd be a little chilly.
It's the Force.
Lila just said most of the that I wear has layers.
The Force is my heater.
I am warm with the Force.
I am warm with the Force.
And the Force and the warmth is with me.
There you go.
They might be. Yes, best explanation right there. They're
They're
Canadian
just
Jedi.
they're just acclimated.
Well, they are pretty
Only
polite.
thing wrong with that statement is you didn't say A.
Hey, hoser.
Yeah, Canadian Jedi, eh?
They are rather polite. So
Right. And they do say a boot. Let's see here. So this whole like weird fake ass rock face thing bugged me a lot.
Did anybody else say, oh, hey, I turned to someone next to me, I'm like, what's up, Richard Kimball? I didn't kill him. I know. I don't care.
I did not have a problem with the fake ass rock face because I was too busy looking at the damn yellow lightsaber, which looks like a freaking glow stick.
Right. And he's using it as a guide light, basically.
But it's not even like it doesn't look like it's plasma or anything.
Right.
It's a damn glow stick. It's like, could y'all not have put some effects on that?
So I saw something. Somebody had mentioned that you need that rail, OSHA. Somebody had posted photos of the sabers, and they looked more chunky, and it seemed a lot of them sort of had Savi's vibes to me. So,
but this was a complete take from The Fugitive. Like,
except he didn't escape. She didn't escape in the waterfall.
So the Barish Vow, I believe we talked about the Barish Vow a lot more in the second episode. It's like a vow of silence, I think.
Oh yeah. Let's go. I love how he lights his saber back up. I'll get her. I don't trust you. But I can definitely see her mech neck garb being very popular.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey,
this whole thing.
Goonies vibe.
A what?
Goonies vibe.
With a location for sure.
Yeah.
It felt weird with that voice over. It just doesn't seem like it fits together, even when they show the
Thank you for explaining what an acolyte is.
They said the thing. An acolyte.
The Home Alone voice changer.
There you go.
There you go.
Hi, I'm Peter McAllister, the father.
Yeah, he's going to take his helmet off and he's going to have like a high-pitched voice.
Dark helmet.
So let's talk about that first episode. And as we're, I'm actually watching the commercial beforehand, so I can pause it. What was your thoughts on the episode, Jeff, overall?
I was sad that Carrie Ann Moss's character died, but I have a feeling we will see her in future scenes, but, in some sort of flashback form. I enjoyed most of the fight scenes a lot. But I still, like I was saying there, I'm not clear 100% as to what we're actually seeing in some of that stuff. So I really want to see the next episode badly at this point. Not this episode that's coming up, but the one after that, right. The third episode. Especially with the sort of cliffhanger element of the end of that one. So I think, they're building it up well, except for somebody mentioned that, we're only after this episode, we're going to only be 2 episodes in, and there's going to be a certain amount of the people she's tracking down taken care of already, which seems like a lot for that early on in the series. But killing 2 of the 4 Jedi that she's going after before we even, get into the meat of the show seems a little rushed. Yeah, well, again, if you're watching this and you have not seen these episodes, I just spoiled something for you, but you should know better.
Yes.
It's on you.
Do not be watching this for the first time with us.
Dave, what was your
We
thoughts on the
discourage
episode?
that.
Like I said, as I had some initial problems with this and that at the other, but I did really enjoy the fight scenes. Even as matrixy as the fight scenes
Yeah, little crouching
are, they're enjoyable to see a little bit different kind of thing. It's not just lightsaber combat. I mean, these people are essentially warrior monks who sit around and train all the damn time. Let's see some more of the fighting. It's like, I know kung fu. Whoa. It's like, yeah.
Seeing these people that you are pretty aware are badasses, in action is another level kind of thing, where like we never understood the full potential of Vader until we saw some prequel stuff or Rogue One. Amazing.
Right. And
that was Vader Prime.
I mean, I'm enjoying the story. Is a little bit of the story really predictable? Is like we were talking in another group or in like the cantina, I think, is the Carrie-Ann Moss dying, biting it in the first episode. Yeah, I saw that coming. The twin saw that one coming. That is like Star Wars cross with freaking General Hospital or something.
There's two of her character in all the promotional material. Makes you think that they're variations of each other, but they're not the same person.
Yeah.
So they kind of gave that away because they're different look for each one, obviously.
Yeah, there's a lot of level of I saw that coming.
I do like the fast pacedness of this, and even in episode 2, which is a complete juxtaposition of like Andor. They're giving you a fast. They're giving you
no slow burn, right?
Yeah, they give you, but they're still like prolonging certain stuff, but it's still a lot quicker. Like you're like the ending that you have in this episode and the ending of the next episode, it's like jumping to the next one. There's a show which I absolutely love called Only Murderers in the Building.
Yes, excellent.
And they do a scene at the end of every season that literally links it to the next season. And you're like, wait, what? Like every single time. So this is what it feels like every single one of these episodes as well. So the poster Sherry's talking about the evil twist. Right now, I didn't say the posters. If you remember the poster from The Last Jedi, you had Luke in the same capacity, one hooded.
He was on good and bad side kind of thing, right?
Like did Luke turn so? That kind of reminded me of that in some capacity.
Yeah.
So I initially thought it was the same person. Or they're doing a Star Wars version of Memento, which would be kind of cool. Not to lie, Memento is a very good movie, but I don't think the average Star Wars fan would appreciate that, unfortunately.
We need more sort of different types of stories. So this is basically like what Dave was saying earlier is, good Jedi, bad Jedi kind of crime, drama type of thing.
Which I'm not opposed to, but I think it's getting weird because they're throwing in she has an evil twin twist, and it's this backstory from her past it's literally turning into a soap opera.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just like,
the things also like that bug me a little.
Opera.
The fact that she's on this vessel that should have some sort of surveillance inside and out, and they still can't say definitively that she was there when things occurred, that she's, so they should be able to tell if she was coming and going.
Tattoo. Like she has May has this tattoo on her head, and that's how Endura was able to see her. So
I think
anyway,
Mike was saying they're supposed to have different colored ones. Like they both had it, but it was different. I don't know. Anyways, we'll see. Yep. Second episode's coming up.
Anyway, why don't we do the countdown for the second episode and go from there?
Yeah, boy.
Hold on, I'm still on the ad.
Whoops. Oh, I got an ad too. Stupid ad.
Please
Skip ad. Whoops. Jumping around. Okay. There we go. And you good?
Yes, I am at the D+ screen.
And here we go. We don't skip that recap.
Yes,
Nope.
watch the recap and all the things that we just looked at. See, did you see when Vanessa Rowe walks in? She's opening the doors with the Force. It's
She's doing the supermarket entry thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, why in Star Wars don't they just have automatically opening doors?
And also, shouldn't she be able to just press a button to open that door with the Force?
Yeah,
like,
we have to. That seems like an awful, like, funny use of the Force.
That's why she stays in practice. Womp.
Why are we just lighting up our lightsaber for no reason, dude? It's just like drama pants. Okay.
He right before that, he told her she needs to not use a weapon.
And then
she's like, but look at this. I got
it's misdirection, You say, no, but don't look at this red thing over here.
Reverse psychology.
Yes.
Olega.
See, now Olega works and it also gives us a better understanding of the local Jedi Temple versus Coruscant, which is obviously Coruscant. If you didn't know that was Coruscant, no, I don't want to alienate anybody.
This kind of reminded me of the Sanctorum from Doctor Strange.
I thought it was just weird and a different kind of thing that the Jedi Temple is like all this dirty, like seedy neighborhood kind of. It's like you don't think of that at the Jedi Temple on Coruscant.
Right,
You're thinking, the Holy Land, big temple on the hit. No, this is like the Dollar General Jedi Temple or something. I don't know.
It's that temple that was built in what ended up becoming the bad part of town. Probably been there much longer than most of that.
But still, it's not like it's a standalone temple with Jedi architecture.
Right.
It's like it's built into like the
landscape
bodega.
Yeah.
Did anybody get a vibe with the lighting on the back to it, like the knight in the Crusader in Last Crusade?
When he was going in to get the chalice. Did anybody else think that was Dr. Horrible Jedi? I'm like, is that Neil Patrick Harris? It looked like I kept watching going, is that Neil Patrick Harris?
Look a lot like Count Olaf as Jedi.
Yeah, he's got Olaf hair, kinda. He's got a lot young. I mean, it's like Doogie Howser Jedi more. But
this Jedi will be legend. Wait for it. I hope your boomers.
Legend.
Because that's he doesn't care if this temple is secure because he's secure.
Yeah,
he's using the Force and he's all in there.
He's in his tone of silence.
Like, I didn't mind this, and I thought that part was kind of cool. But the cape trailing to the floor, which is obviously the practical way that they're like keeping
holding him up,
and I'm like, no, come on, man.
I really like this whole, this force field with the Force.
Yeah,
I like that part. It's just the floaty with the cape dragging the floor. I was like,
I'd like to see the behind the scenes on this scene. Scene. He's like, that's got to be how they got out. Never mind.
Once in a while.
Yeah. Lots of things.
Exactly, Bruce. It's like this is like every street performer in Vegas, just like propped up on their
levitating
or something. Oh, that would be fun too. Cosplay.
You know somebody's going to do that. You know it.
Yes, and we look forward to it. Okay, so she's wearing these tank tops and stuff. It kind of gives me Starbuck type of vibes.
I mean,
her whole outfit has been a little bit more military and less sort of standard Star Warsy.
I guess it's showing well, and she's got the little. That's a very similar like Starbucks chevron tattoo, is it not?
Yeah.
I mean, hers are, I think, more. Are they more like wings, maybe? But I don't know.
I'm sure we'll hear more.
Just looks like two parallelograms.
Yeah, what he said.
Yeah, that's the new cute little thing that's gonna be.
Yep. Every property needs one.
And tomorrow that we're going to get something, and all of us are going to be talking in our chats and saying, okay, who ordered what? Dave, don't nod your head like you're not going to be doing the same damn thing we are.
It's like, okay, we need a Black Series scale Death Star, damn it. Go.
You're like,
I want a Black Series.
Pieces.
I want a Black scale. Black Series Falcon.
They had the big ass Falcon already, which was
barely
3 3/4 inch scale, but much larger than the standard one. But yeah, it would have to be pretty damn large. It'd be like that 6-foot one that they used to have in Target, hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah,
it's doable.
But it's the same thing as you could have a Black Series scale Death Star, the way they did the original 3 3/4 scale cutaway section.
Do a retro, Black scale Death Star.
Yeah,
that would be kind of trippy. That would be like, it would still be like 9 feet tall.
It would still be at least 6 feet.
No, it would be like 5 or 6 feet tall easily.
Well, I'm nervous about when we get our boxes for our ghost that's going to be coming this week.
Giant box.
I can't even imagine how big that's going to be.
And a giant chip in it. It needs to be put in another giant box. I don't know. Have you figured out what kind of display you're going to do for it? I know Jamie and Ashley were kind of thinking about it.
I haven't put too much stock into it because I know I don't have. I bought it knowing I don't have room for it at all.
It's gonna sit in the box somewhere.
You go around the storage unit. I mean, I might not even open up the box. Like I might just leave the boxes sealed and just put it up there.
I was thinking the same thing.
One day when I have the room, that's when I'm gonna open it up.
There's a lot of detail to the background in this.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Or Lila said that.
There's a lot of colors and activity, and
this reminded me of if you watched Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them of Nicholas Flamel's house, like the apothecary.
What did I write in that? Was it a chat or a Facebook post? I think the initials were FHP. Anyways,
Keep with the Ark of the Covenant. Yes, it's being studied by top men.
Top men.
So I like how he just took over some guy's shop and nobody else gives a shit. Nobody's wise to it at all.
That's not racist.
Oh, what?
What did he?
Bunta.
It's the only time anybody says it like that, though, which is weird.
It's like, here's the villain, the exposition of the plot points. It's like, come on, man. Why are you?
I do like her, like leatherette wood, kind of trimmed armor. That chest piece is kind of trippy. And anger leads to hate, and hate leads to suffering.
And peace is a lie.
He shakes it. He's going to start shaking things like it's freaking Tom Cruise in Cocktail.
Oh yeah, shaken not stirred.
Oh, there you go.
Is that the bunta?
Yep.
Turns it into Mountain Dew. Here, drink this glow stick. Or, I mean, get that guy to drink this glow stick.
So if Bunta isn't a drug or a poison, would, like, technically April 19th be Bunta Eve? And the crowd goes mild. She's sitting there drinking her Red Bull and charging her phone.
Pip droid. I mean, are you wearing space underwear? We already got the introduction of the space wife beater.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know how this Bunta reconciles with the Bunta of Bunta Eve. It's like,
yeah, that's
well, considering it's spelled differently.
Yeah, it's gotta be because, like, the Hut. Why would the Huts be celebrating a poison? Why is there a Hut holiday,
right,
about a poisonous liquid?
Well, I mean, the big drug on Tatooine was spice. So
right, yeah. And we're going to spend this entire time. This is like the Night of 1,000 Tears or whatever. Is we're going to spend this entire series hearing about what happened on Brandocus. What happened? What did it do?
yeah, the Huts might get high from it. It's like iocane powder. Points if you got that reference.
Yeah, and then you just get the Jedi versus the normies kind of thing. You have the whole tattoo conversations like, oh, you hate it. And is that a Jedi versus regulars conversation, or is that as him in kind of a fatherly role as like, damn it, you got a tattoo, kid?
How do you get the Jedis to Isengard?
It's just like, okay, I'm just back in. Everybody's out front.
Yeah, that guy didn't close the window again. Now he's outside conveniently, harassing children's.
Oh, foreshadowing. There you go. The tattoo is going to be how you tell them apart in the.
Yeah, and the markings on the forehead. So she's supposed to have that orange one, right?
Now this right here gets,
or not orange, the white one.
This gets very, people in the chat don't necessarily know that one of the other shows that I'm a host on is the Unifying Force. And the Unifying Force is we really try and discuss Jedi and things from Star Wars as it relates to real world and real world religions. Is spoilers, this dude Jedi is about to have zero qualms about committing suicide. Like,
Offing himself.
you are a monk, master of a religious order, and this kid's.
But he's been dwelling on the events ever since they happened.
Right.
Maybe he got that weird scar in some of what happened, and we'll see that in the flashback.
Mm.
That would be cool. He totally should have been played by Neil Patrick Harris, though.
Yeah. I bet Neil Patrick Harris wouldn't do it. I mean, but simply because he dies that quickly. Neil Patrick Harris is like, damn it, if I'm going to be in Star Wars, I better be somebody who's going to be around for a while.
Yeah.
Was he going to pull an Oscar Isaac? He said the same thing. Poe was supposed to die in the first crash.
Yeah. I don't know that I knew that, but yeah.
Oh yeah, so they were supposed to kill off Poe, and he's like, "I die in the first scene of every movie I'm in. Can I get a little more time?" So they gave him 3 minutes. Okay, so this dude sees a vow of silence for 10 years. I've been waiting for you. Cool. I'll drink this.
Right.
Yep. And then
we follow every wrong rule about a cop show, which is don't disturb the murder scene.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Don't put your fingerprints on the murder weapon or the vial. Don't stand over the body. Don't touch the body.
Touch the body.
Star Wars is...
Did you touch the vial, too? Uh-oh. Little doors.
We got Obi-Wan Cannoli back there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a ways behind.
I okay, Colin. I got my life on it.
He would have made his presence known a little earlier than that. I would highly doubt it.
Joe, we don't know the things.
We will find out.
Maybe they're clones.
Probably not. Yeah. This is Bunta. This is Chinatown.
This is Sparta.
That too. Bunta is a poison.
There you go. So identical twins do have different fingerprints.
Dave, that's new shirt. Bunta is a poison.
Bunta is a poison.
I thought about that. What if Yorda's the evil one?
He is annoying. That's all I know. Janky or whatever her name is funny at least.
She's janky, yo.
Jordan Janky. I don't know. And then pissed off, like you said, Obi-Wan Cannoli back there.
Yeah. Here you go.
Sourpuss.
Ray with her shirt. Don't boot and drive.
Okay. That is a Nerf blaster. I've seen that gun used in cosplay in many capacities. I probably have one around here.
Hey, Jeff, it's Nerf or nothing, okay?
It is. And they obviously have used that particular weapon more than once because I'm pretty sure I've seen it before. Not in this show, but yeah, see, I told you, janky. Jedi janky. No, Jackie, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's still going to be janky.
She's pulling Ragnarok. Well, look at this. You won't recognize me.
Yeah.
Bruce says that blaster's been in his house.
There's a fancy new thing. The little, what is it? Like, yes, like Bluetooth speaker for.
So he's okay. So that creature's
Eavesdropping
going to
device.
show up. That creature in the corner is going to show up in a creature stall or over the water, like the you know what I'm talking about, by the water fountain by the bathrooms. The
Like the
Dianoga.
Dianoga?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But now you can bug people so you can hear them if they're white. How does he pick up that it's not her? Just her mannerisms?
Well, does she not have the forehead thing at all?
Well, he says, you look just like her.
Yeah. She's very kind of like, her demeanor is obviously like uncomfortable. Whereas when she came in last time, she was, you know,
Like
in
just
control
rolls
of the
in
space.
like she owns the place. It's like,
Yeah.
Did you get a vibe that he's very much like that character in Obi-Wan, the fake Jedi?
And then we just sneak in the little. Where did you come from?
Yeah, like how did you come out of the back all of a sudden? That blade is extra thick.
It's definitely something different about it.
It needs to taper at the end a little bit. It gets like, I don't know. It just seems more like a, you know,
light
real
bulb.
world one.
He
Yeah, it's a
made it at
fluorescent tube.
Sally's, I'm telling you.
Yep.
I mean,
Foodabot
it's
2.
really not that far off at this point. Is let's get a yellow crystal and put in a Savvy Saber. You know,
That's coming. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
there's already a High Republic style hilt. You can
Multiple.
Was it
I mean,
protection
in
and
the
defense?
Savis, there's
also the one in docks. That one with the weird crossbar.
yeah, there's yeah, but that is a known character in the
Right.
the High Republic. That's an
Yeah.
actual.
The Savi's ones are more generic for sure.
Yep.
But in that same kind of tone, color scheme.
Well, and they have higher like markings that I think
Oh,
have
yeah,
been
yeah.
shown in the High Republic.
Some of those like Florida whatever's.
Yes, essentially
Little
Star
flourishes.
Wars flirtily.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm like,
This whole scene weirds me out because he just sits up there on the balcony and creepers on him the whole time.
So he's like,
could have went down, and
So
Homegirl has
he's-
to come in with a ship to save the day.
so it's
Sorry.
kind of like
Spoiler alert.
Hawkeye in the first scene of
Mash.
Avengers. Yes, Nash.
mm-hmm.
You couldn't tell? What's wrong with you?
She knows way too much.
She killed my father. Prepare to die.
There you go.
Is this Frozen? He just said, "Let it go." Yeah,
Mix
she's
all the
badass.
Disney properties. Mm-hmm. Whoa. Oh,
In that order. In that order.
That's actually it right there.
So this kind of reminded me also, if you remember the episode of Visions, the twins.
Oh, yeah, that one's weird.
Well, there's our, binoculars. Those are getting fancier and fancier.
Yeah, that's a pretty nice view it had there. Little zoom in and.
But yet then Luke had the janky version on Tatooine.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and this is like 100 years before that. It's like maybe somebody ought to work on the technologies.
Yes.
Maybe Luke's were just 100 years old.
It is Tatooine. Like, what'd you do that for?
Well, look, she says to Master Saul, but we also said, she said to Indira.
Here's the other thing that bugs me about her costuming is like the mask is just like a cheesy COVID mask.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But she says, "You're a Jedi. Hit me first." I'm like, Jedis don't hit first, and Jedis are like.
No.
She keeps telling the peacekeepers to strike first with all their might.
And,
like,
and
I'm not even mad at you. How am I
going to go to use a weapon, and she keeps trying to snag their lightsaber?
Yeah.
She's trying to pull. If she's supposed to kill him without a weapon, is she trying to disable their ability to use a weapon?
I don't know.
Because they're besting her without that for the most part until they get slightly distracted. So, or give up completely. But we'll see what happens.
What I'm saying is it should be a ninja mask, but it looks like a cheesy, like those cheesy neck gaiters that we were supposed to use.
Even if it
the first 2 weeks until they sold.
Even if it was a neck gaiter, that could have been even better. I don't know.
But
it's
still,
almost just like a black mask.
Doesn't she know that in this dojo they study from Miyagi-Do? Miyagi-Do?
Defense only. Fang.
I'm really intrigued about how they do this next season because it was buttoned up so nicely at the end of last season. It was clean,
Well, you thought that a couple times, and it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna do some more. It's Cobra Kai season 9: The Search for More Money.
Yeah. The Search for More Bonsai.
This right here, he's like, oh, I'm just gonna read your thoughts without your permission.
Little mind meld action. Don't even have to do the Spock thing.
Remember. The only person who didn't do that was Dave. That was hilarious. And he out-treks both of us.
He believes in not hopping.
If you wanted to come along, how much easier would it have been if you had not said, my sister's this? Well, no, she's right here.
Yeah. OSHA violations. She violates them all.
And again, she could have just been there, and
why doesn't she just make herself visible? Doesn't have to be close.
That was a missed opportunity right there. She's like waving the dust away with her hands. It's like, This is how the Force works.
Well, then she does this move. I immediately went to Dale Gribble when I saw her view of the ground. I was like, Dale Gribble.
Here we go. Oh,
your lightsaber ain't gonna help you against Dale Gribble moves. Pocket sand.
And Anakin's like, no.
Exactly. Anakin would have been completely debilitated at that point. I love how he's all dusty now.
Do you think? Lost visual. How about, do you have any sensors?
Couldn't you have seen some sort of heat map or something instead? Make it easier to track people in general and that, from angles and stuff. And then she's all sloppy, running around, running into people, getting hit by cars.
Yeah.
And you get that character from Rise of Skywalker basically hitting her with the car.
Yeah.
That was so stupid. Dad hit her with the car. Meant to be.
And then she busts out the Nerf gun.
Oh, she?
Oh shit! That's what I thought she was saying. I swear to God. I swear to God. As I was hearing that, I was like, "Oh shit!" And that would have applied, which is because she thought she
Well,
was.
what about this? She totally missed her on purpose.
You miss somebody with a stun.
Why even shoot it? She knew she wasn't even aiming. Now she is sort of maybe. Yeah, at
she's
point
like,
blank
I tried
range.
to stop her, but she was too fast for me.
She was standing still.
He's just like, yeah, I'm disappointed in you. I don't buy that crap.
I saw what you did last summer.
Yep.
I think maybe she reminds me. Does she remind me of like Kobe Smothers? Maybe the voice.
Oh yeah, a little bit. She kind of got that
like the Canadian, right?
We were talking about Canadian Jedi a minute ago. She wasn't one of them though.
No,
but
maybe
that's
she
fine.
is. Maybe she's a Minnesota Jedi.
Hey,
these walls and everything, they're very Batu-esque.
Yeah, they have been making all their villages look like they're reminiscent of areas of Batu. Similar styles and architecture types. Although that's all based off of real world.
Well, did we notice I think it was the first episode, the big like archway thing?
Well, that was like Jakku.
From Jakku.
Exactly. Totally Jakku from Force Awakens into that little marketplace.
Because what they're trying to do, they're trying to throw Easter eggs at us to make us feel comfortable in this new area. That makes us think, oh, okay, yeah, that's like Star Wars-y.
Uh-oh.
Far. Now, is this a new planet?
Yeah, it's not like a sheep.
To me, it is.
Again, if you would like to actually know the answer to that question, the Acolyte.
The Acolyte after show will be on at midnight or 3 a.m. depending on what part of the country you're in.
Yes, and they have actual answers to these things. Exactly. That's why she sounds like it's like she's from Minnesota or Canada or like
don't you know
somewhere at the north of it's like on the mitten.
Look at that. Hey, snappy snap.
Jedi using the Force, and then
he has no pants.
Yeah, that whole scene just gave me weird flashbacks of Sasquatch Sunset. If you haven't seen Sasquatch Sunset, I don't recommend it, but it is weird, and it totally gave me flashbacks. And there we go. We get one little snippet of Kelbaka, and
then you're done.
We gotta wait.
Will there be Kelbaka Kelbasas on Batu?
Yeah, there we go. That's going to be the next item at Ronto Roasters.
Yes. But so yeah, that was episode 2. Dave, what was your thoughts?
I like it. The little snippet about Kelbaka at the end and the little the plot exposition. It's again, right now, the overarching plot is really kind of predictable, but the way they're executing it is really nice. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's that.
What do we enjoy Attack on the Wookiees?
Yeah, it's it's like, okay, it's a cop show. We're gonna do this. We're gonna the villain is going to tell you exactly what the thing is and explain.
Okay, but if I swear if I hear boom in the middle of it.
Yes. Okay, I want a guest. I want a cameo by Mariska Hargitay.
Or that Chloe chick
from is really Mariska Hargitay. Go.
I was happy to see Junus's name in the credits there.
Yep.
Mark Harmon.
Yes. Jeff, what did you think of episode 2?
That's mixing it's the wrong show.
I really liked seeing Kelbaka at the end. I wish we would have got him a little bit more, but hopefully the next episode will be very heavy with him. There was stuff that they have to put in to kind of give us, info, which is a little annoying at times, but it's making sure everybody's on the same page, which is fine. But it's interesting. They've kind of squared things out a little bit that weren't kind of totally clear to me, because if Homegirl's inside killing somebody and outside getting harassed by a Jedi, chances are she's not the same person.
There's a triplet. That's the twist.
So, yeah. Well, okay.
It's
The more the merrier.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Oh,
bless you. It was fun.
Wow. Okay. No, I'm
Wookiee fur. It's that Wookiee dander.
Yeah, you're allergic to
yes.
Wookiee.
I'm just really glad that we have content. We got something new to watch, new to talk about, something that we really don't know about, and that's what's exciting about me. And they're not named Skywalker, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that too. I like the guys at the end talking Huttese as they were approaching Chewbacca's hut. Huttese to the hut. I don't know.
Yep.
And the diversity of some of the characters I like a lot. Although the Jedi are very much humanoid for the most part, like they usually are. But whatever.
Watch. The whole family survived the fire, and they were adopted by Skywalkers.
Yes, I might need Mace Mask. You are absolutely 100% right.
Yeah,
but it seems like holes in it, so I don't know if that's going to work, even if you're 6 feet away. So I don't know what to tell you. But anyway, thank you very much for joining us this evening. Don't forget, on Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific, the ICCC News Desk with Dave and I, with founder Mike Havens. So if you're planning to join us in Nashville this coming October, that's some new surprise and stuff like that for you. Dave, what else is going on in the network?
Always the things like we were talking about, the Acolyte after show. It's going to drop tonight at midnight Pacific, 3 a.m. in the Eastern, where they really deep dive into these things. They won't just talk over the episode. They're really going to discuss what happens, where this comes from. Those guys are High Republic experts, so you're really going to get a lot of the connection going there. So, as always, do that. And Monday, celebrating autographs, people. Celebrating autographs is everything you need to know to get ready for the family vacation, and join us even if you have not bought into the family vacation. If there is a potential that you are going to be in the Southern California area, these Boonta Eve special editions are open to the public. You can come to Heroes of the Filoniverse. You can check out all of these signers. You can go to the Galaxy's Most Wanted in big. And if you are in Northern California, just come to the Creators of the Star Wars Universe event. Public events, find out the info, know who's going to be there, all in one place.
Except for this is 2 places.
Well, except there's 2 places, yes. If you want to get the forfeits, you got to go to Biggs and you got to go to the Scum. But find out all the things, and all of those of you who are on the trip, who many of you have been hanging out in the chat with us tonight, what you've been waiting for, pricing. I think you're going to like it. I really do. I think you're going to like it.
Yeah, it's good pricing. I'm very happy with that. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Don't forget to join us on all the shenanigans all the time right here on the Virtual Cantina Network. So from Jeff and from Dave, this is Spencer saying, for light and life.
They should have done that in the show.
May the Force be with you.
It's not still the May.
Oh, it's May
adjacent.
Acolyte.
Yes.
And then some. It's May and then some.